Over the summer, I was an REU student at the Biolab, as well as Sam Landry. We realized that it was a big problem, not just in the biosciences, but across science in general, that we're not all on the same communicative terms. You know, everyone speaks in their own jargon. Engineers don't understand what biologists do. Biologists don't understand what chemists do.
We actually ended up talking with Jane a little bit, discussing, is there a chance we can maybe bring our group, Ursa Minor, to MDIBL for a little brief tutorial. And what this ended up turning out to be was more so a cross-disciplinary program where students of any background, not only just students at the University of Maine, could come and kind of discuss ways in which to communicate better, ways in which to collaborate better, and ways just in general to work better together.
The goal of this course was to see if we could start with the students and actually do a couple of things. One is to start to train them how they might be able to speak across disciplines, how an engineer might be able to communicate with a biologist and vice versa. And then the second part was to really give them just a little bit of exposure to a diverse group of scientists, how they work, what they do, the kinds of approaches they take. And then the big challenge was to throw them into the pool and see if they could all swim. And that's what we did with giving them a big challenge and telling them to go come up with a solution to it.
So the last day we presented our work from the week. So it was one really long presentation broken up into 3 smaller groups that we had formed, where we were trying to present solutions that we had come up with just in that week for these big questions in biomedical science.
Don Rainville and Cheryl Coffin were able to add their own artistic perspective on broad topics such as balance, let's say. And you might not think of biological science having balance, but when you look at a cell, when you look at physiology and how a cell maintains itself, it's perfectly balanced. It is as well balanced as some of the finest art in the world. And so when you zoom out to some of the more broader overarching concepts, there is an interplay between the arts and the sciences.
There's a lot of science labs here, and there's a lot of rhythm to those research patterns and so forth. And bringing in artists, I think, introduces a random act, and random acts are how evolution happens. They're what sponsor evolution. So I absolutely think that the arts should be involved, and that there's an importance with them, specifically in a program like this and with the work that the people do here.
The Biolab has been really accessible to COA students over the years. Getting that chance to be in a formal working laboratory is a really amazing experience, just getting to see what opportunities are out there and what working in a laboratory actually looks like and what that might mean as a career choice.
I think that week for me was very much a microcosm for some of the challenges that we face in connecting science with societal decision making, but more importantly for the potential in bringing different disciplines together around complex problems, the kind of creativity that can result when you find ways of effectively communicating across difference can be fundamentally transformative.
I think they did spectacularly well. Clearly what this state needs, what this country needs, are more people who are going out there and using knowledge, using science, using technology to create new products, new ways to solve old problems, serious problems.
As far as the state of Maine is concerned, our economy as of right now is demanding a higher participation by the youth in order to really promote itself and make it a forefront of the states. To do that, you can't just rely on one type of career path, so to speak.
The point of interdisciplinary science is synthesis. It's the coming together of new ideas, new perspectives to create complex solutions to equally complex problems. We are in an era that requires innovation. We are in an era that demands scientists not only look into things that they just want to understand about the natural world, but to apply those findings to the human world. And so it is interdisciplinary science that will bridge that gap, and we need to teach the next generation as soon as possible so that they are prepared for the coming era.